Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I have my TBR cart and my TBR prompt jar because that is today's video. We are going to be picking 5 different prompts just so that I could have open possibilities. The goal is obviously to complete the books, but if I don't, I like to kind of have a chance to switch up the vibe and mood read a little bit. I have my cart, like I said, but I also have a couple of unread books on my bookshelves behind me, so I will do my best to show you, depending on the prompts, where I'm looking. The first person that I ever saw do this video was Rachel Catherine, and then Sarah Caroli get inspiration from Rachel Catherine, but I'll put credit to all my questions and stuff like that in the description. Some were from Storygraph and some were from their 2 videos that I have seen recently. Also, since it is the August TBR, I am wearing my Taylor Swift cardigan just for the vibes because it's honestly not cold at all. But anyways, let's get started picking the prompts. I wrote these long ago, so I don't know what they are anymore or what I could possibly choose. I've also put off doing this video for so long because my TBR cart is so full that I was scared to read books that I didn't want to read. But at this point, I need to start cutting down on the TBR, physical TBR vibes. So I feel like this will help me. That's why we're actually doing this today. Not for any other reason, but let's see. First one, an author you have never read. That can be difficult, but also not because of my Book of the Month subscriptions. What do I have? Should I show you guys what I have? Okay, I'm going to be filming with my iPhone to show you guys as I'm looking. These are like priority TBR type things. So I might consider one of these. Catherine Center is actually not a new author, but I'm pretty sure How to End a Love Story is for me. No one on here else is a new author, but we also have, I think this is Beth O'Leary, which I haven't read either. Also haven't read anything by the Shatter Me author. This was from a blind Barnes & Noble book. Haven't read that. Oh, also these. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna pick Anxious People by Frederick. I'm definitely going to be sweating by the end of this video because I just reached down for this book. But yes, for the new author, I've never read anything by Frederick Bachman, I'm pretty sure. Yes, been on my TBR for a while. I've recently heard Sarah Caroli talk a lot about this author and his books from Beartown. So what I've gathered, this book is about a group of people being held hostage. They all come from different backgrounds, but it says they are the worst group of hostages in the world because of their lifetime issues, grievances, and I'm pretty sure they will let you know the rest. On to prompt number 2. Oh god, okay, that one fell out, so I'm gonna count it. What could this be? A book with a 1-word title. Is that hard? Okay, I also have this other side of the book cart, but there's nothing with 1 word. Looking at this, there is also nothing with 1 word. And I 100% know for sure there's nothing with 1 word behind me. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and get another prompt. So again, second prompt redo. A free pick. Immediately, I know that my free pick is going to be a novel love story by Ashley Poston because I said I was going to read it in another vlog and I'm very, very interested. It's been one of the new releases and I'm so ready to just get reading, but I haven't had the time to pick it up. This story is basically our main character gets kind of inside of a novel and is living her love story in this fantasy world. I am pretty sure this author mixes an element of like fantasy and real life, just like in her previous novels. So again, very excited. Third prompt is going to be a manga book / graphic novel. I don't have much manga or graphic novels in my TBR as we speak. I'm pretty sure I only have Death Note. I think volume 5 is the volume I'm up to. And then I might have one more, but I'm not sure. No, I literally only have that one in my TBR cart. So that is what we'll do. This is Death Note. This is a very, very, very popular manga. It's kind of dark, so you might want to check trigger warnings, but it is essentially about this guy who finds a notebook where if he writes a name, they essentially pass away. And it's further explained, and he is using it to save the world from bad people, but we all know that does not work out, and it takes you through his journey. Moving on to prompt 4, we're almost done, and this is very scary. A book by one of your favorite authors. So, I'm thinking I could pick from my Cassandra Clare Clockwork series books up top that I only read book 1 of, but I could also pick the Catherine Center book we talked about earlier, or do I have anything else by my favorite authors? What do I have? I don't have a fun little romance. We could pick a romance. The Rom-Comers by Catherine Center. I have read Hello Stranger and really loved it. I think it was a 5-star read, so I want to read this one. It's also from Book of the Month, and I've just been hoarding Book of the Month books because I can't stop myself. So this book is essentially our female main character being a screenwriter and kind of being paired up with this other guy, our male main character, but he does not want to partake in any romance film, I'm assuming, so she has to convince him, and it should be their own romantic comedy. Very excited to have a romance in the mix. This is our last prompt, so let's be hopeful. I'm not gonna lie, there is a book that I kind of wish I could throw in there, but if the prompt does not allow, I will not allow. This is a book with yellow on the cover, and let's see what books I could possibly be interested in. I think what I'm thinking about does have yellow, but we will see. Okay, this is tricky because we could easily go with Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. We could also go with The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. Or we could go with If This Is Yellow, Christina Lauren's classic Love in Other Words. I was hoping that the Song of Achilles had gold in it, but I am starting to think that's gold. Do we count that as yellow? That's a real question. I'm not going to count these as yellow. As I showed you guys, I could use Conversations with Friends, the Song of Achilles, which is gold, but I kind of want to read this. Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren, which is a little bit more orange, but I think would work. And Love Wager by Lynn Painter. I am not sure what I want to even choose from this pile, so we're going to have to sit here and think. I don't know much about any of these books, but I feel like if I go with Conversations with Friends, it can be a little bit too much real life in my book stack this month, but I have been wanting to read a new Sally Rooney before she releases anything else. The Love Wager looks like it will not take any toll on my mental health, so that's good. And these two we know will take a toll on my mental health in some way based off other people's reactions when reading them, so it's tough. I think I've made up my mind, and it's solely based off the fact that it is still towards the edge of summer, and I feel like the other books will be more of a better fall, winter read. I chose The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. This book is about a girl who crawls out of a hotel room escaping a guy. Then later that guy, she ends up meeting with again and end up hanging out, become really good friends, and then they decide to fake date to a wedding. So it has fake dating. I think it will be perfectly lighthearted because I also know I could read these quicker and it'll keep me motivated because I really want to finish this TBR. We will see. I'll probably tell you guys in a vlog if I completed this TBR or in a monthly wrap-up of some sort, but I am excited with the stack of books, and the prompts did not end up being as scary as I thought they would be. I'm just really excited to get books off of my physical TBR because I can't buy any more books since I'm constantly thinking that my book cart is full and I need to speed it up. So to sum it all up, for the new author prompt, we ended up with Frederick Bachman's Anxious People. For the manga graphic novel prompt, I am continuing the Death Note series since it was a soft DNF the last time I tried to continue it. So hopefully this time we get through it. For the free pick prompt, I am doing an anticipated read, which is a novel love story. This is a fun little quirky romance that has hopefully fantasy elements in it like we talked about. So I've only read another book by her and I'm just excited to get something new. You know, people have mixed reviews on this, so I want to give my own take and have my own opinions on it. For the prompt of a book by my favorite author, I chose The Rom-Commers by Catherine Senner because I really enjoyed her other book. For the last prompt, picking a cover with something yellow on it, I ended up with Lim Painter's Love Wager, which is also a silly romance. I'm saying silly romance, but it's just a cute rom-com, okay? I feel like I could complete the TBR with something lighthearted this way. Aside from being lighthearted, I also really enjoyed the other book I read by Lim Painter, so I'm hoping I enjoy this just as much, if not more. I'm pretty sure this was her first adult book. I read a YA last time, so we will see. That is going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed and got some inspiration for your own prompt TBR jar or just for your monthly TBR. I know this is rolling out a little bit late, but I still want to get it out there. Since I haven't set myself a set TBR in so long, I've just been mood reading and falling into slumps and not having any idea what I want to read next. I feel like this will hold me a little bit more accountable and help me read faster since I know what I should be reading next. Thank you guys so much for watching and for liking the video or leaving any comment. It means the world to me. See you guys in the next one. Hopefully that's good enough. It's hot.